Alright, today we got 10 more Switch games that you need to buy before they go up in price, and we're going to start off with a top-down retro Zelda-like type of game called Potion Permit, where you go to this town and you kind of have to, you know, do everything for everyone and cure everyone and help everyone for no reason because they just want to use you. But it says diagnose, gather, brew, and cure in this open-ended sim RPG. Moonbury's residents need healing, and you're the best chemist around. With your trusty tools, a brewing cauldron, and a canine companion at your side, you'll need to diagnose symptoms, gather ingredients, brew potions, and cure ailments in this open-ended sim RPG. Now, this one's really fun and I highly recommend it. I just feel like I need to play it again. Some of it's a little forgettable because I play too many games, but I do remember having a good time and just helping out the town, even though they were not very welcoming when you start the game and you get there. They kind of all treat you like crap. So, kind of interesting how that is. And then we have Forager. This is kind of a top-down... it's hard to explain because it's a top-down Zelda-like game in a way, but you start out on a singular island and you have to build upon that island and get resources. It's kind of like a mix of Stardew Valley without farming, but mixed with Zelda elements and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. It's really cute. Later on in the game, you feel like a god, and because of all the stuff that you've powered up and got, and it kind of slows down the game because there's too much going on the screen and whatnot. But other than that, it's a lot of fun, and maybe they've updated it since I played it a few years ago, so maybe it performs better and doesn't get slowed down like it used to. But I basically broke the game back then because I got to the end of it, had everything unlocked basically, and it just overpowered the game and made it run really slow. So that was fun. Gather and collect, discover secrets, craft items, manage resources, achieve anything, explore and expand, build structures, and raid dungeons. So many things to do on this game. It's a lot of fun. And then we have Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. This is a sequel to the original Yooka-Laylee game that was just mediocre, but they've since made a new version and fixed it basically. And this game is one of those where you can go to the final dungeon at the very beginning and attempt to beat it, even though you most likely can't because it's very difficult. But this is basically just a 2D, like, Donkey Kong Country game, basically. It plays very well. It plays similar to Donkey Kong Country. It has a great cartoony aesthetic to it, and just I feel like it's definitely going to go up in price. I can't believe it's still only like $20. Now, explore and evolve a stunning 3D overworld by completing puzzles and challenges. Take on vibrant and colorful 2D levels, each with an alternate state. Unlock tonics to change visuals, gameplay, and rules of levels. Master Yooka and Laylee's versatile moveset to prepare for the Impossible Lair. Yeah, but very difficult, fun game. I don't think I ever beat the final... Yeah, I did not beat the final one yet. I hopefully one day I'll beat it, but that final stage that you can take on at the beginning of the game is very, very difficult. And then we have Ender Lilies, the something quietest of the nights. So this is another import that I have, so I can't really read anything on the back, but it's basically you just play as this little girl that gets these whatchamacallits that you control to fight, and I guess they're kind of like spirits, I don't remember, but you get these things that fight for you basically, and yeah, it's just a really fun Metroidvania with a dark, spooky aesthetic, and yeah, I highly recommend it if you haven't played it. It also has a sequel called something, Ender Magnolia something something, but I've heard that one's even better, and I need to get to that. Now, here is Unicorn Overlord. This is made by Vanillaware and published by Atlas, and it is one of the best strategy games I've ever played because it actually feels like a JRPG where you can go explore and do all kinds of stuff. You can buy stuff, recruit people, find items, do all kinds of stuff in the overworld. you can't do that on most strategy games. It's just battle after battle after battle, and it's so freaking boring after a while. Like, and then I don't get it, because a lot of YouTubers that really like strategy games and other ones that are nowhere near as good as this, they're crapping all over this one for whatever reason, because I guess just average people don't have a very good taste in stuff usually, or I'm just very different and picky. But I love this game. Everything about it's great. It's my favorite strategy game of all time, I think. I've tried Fire Emblem games, can't find any of those that really click with me, and I've tried some others I've enjoyed, like Final Fantasy Tactics. I still need to beat that, though. And it was only the GBA one I played. I need to play the PS1 one now that it's on Switch. So I'll do that soon. But yeah, I just can't believe people don't talk about this game more. I mean, we need more strategy games that actually let you do stuff other than fight. Because that gets so boring. But liberate your kingdom, reclaim your destiny. A fallen prince shall rise again. Ring of legend lightning his path. I can't read. Traverse an expansive world and lead your army to victory. Over 60 characters, humans, elves, and massive beasts and angels. Battle players across the world in the online arena. No. I didn't even know it had online. Crap. That's dumb. Ugh. But other than that, everything else is good about that game. Now, here is Digimon Survive. Now, pretty much any Digimon game is always going to be better than a modern Pokemon game, even though this one's a visual novel mixed with a strategy game. Again, this one's a strategy game I like way more than Fire Emblem, and it's not even really a strategy game because it's mostly visual novel. But in between story segments, you do have some battles, and it does play like a strategy game, which is pretty fun. I like the story a lot because it follows these kids, basically, I mean teenagers, but they go through so much more than any character in the Pokemon anime ever has gone through. Well, aside from Pokemon Concierge is probably the closest thing to being real stories and whatnot, and then this has some really deep stuff in it that you would never see in Pokemon. So, I mean, it has death, it has all kinds of stuff that these kids go through, and just getting to see that is a lot of fun, and seeing them suffer. Good times. An unexpected adventure awaits. Join Takuma Momozuka and his friends as they write their way back home through a mysterious world full of monsters and danger. Craft your story in this thrilling visual novel with tactical battles. A dark tale filled with potentially grim choices. Fight alongside Digimon in turn-based battles. Explore otherworldly areas with hidden secrets. Yes. But yeah, I mean, that one's probably going to go up in price one day because it is very cheap right now, and I feel like not enough people know about it. No one really talks about it, so yeah, it's going to go up in price one day. And here is Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors. I think this is a remake of, or not a remake, but like a port, maybe a remaster of a Super Nintendo game. And it is extremely difficult. It's very fun. It's just a 2D action game, not really a platformer. It's kind of a beat 'em up, but on a 2D plane, you can't move like you can on a lot of beat 'em ups. But on the back here it says, 5 android ninjas programmed with the ancient skills of ninja warriors are sent forth to bring down the tyrant, Banglar. The ninjas become raging cyclones, leaping, kicking, and slashing through waves of enemies in a dystopian future. They have no human emotions to weaken them on their mission. Destroy all enemies. Now, hopefully I'll be able to beat that game one day, because I'm sure it's really short, probably just a few levels long. But like I said, it's super difficult, and I suck at games like that, so hopefully I could either beat it or find some people to play it with, because it is co-op, as far as I know. Because, yeah, only with 2 people, but either way, co-op if I ever find someone to, play that with. And then we have a Metroidvania called 8 Doors, Arum's Afterlife Adventure. Now, this has a really neat black and white aesthetic with some reds involved. It comes with a poster on the inside, which is really neat. And then it says, play as Arum, enter the realm of the afterlife and pass through the 8 doors of purgatory in search of her father's soul. Then it says stuff in other languages. Okay, I thought I was just going to read that, but it was other languages. Cool. Yeah, but I'm probably like halfway through this game. I need to hurry up and beat it. Like I said, I bought a lot of Metroidvanias at one point and got burnt out because I was hopping between too many of them. Now, here is Mercenary Saga Chronicles. You know, in this stack, this has like all of my favorite strategy games, really. So, this game plays very, very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics as far as the grid and everything goes. It's very similar. The story is nowhere near as deep, which is fine with me because I'll just play it for gameplay, I guess. And this goes against what I said about Unicorn Overlord with how battle after battle is boring to me usually. This one, all it is battle after battle, but I'm having an okay time with it, just picking it up every now and then and going through like a battle or a free battle every night or every other night, and slowly I'll get through it. It's just a nice little kind of palate cleanser type of thing because I can just pick it up, do a battle, or attempt a battle and get killed. I'll see what happens. But it does involve a lot of grinding since it does have free battles for that, and I think it was originally a mobile game. But this game has all of the Mercenary Saga games on it, which is only 3 games, but that's a lot of content. I'm only doing the first one right now, and I'm about to beat it. I'm very close to the final battle, so I will beat that before long, and then I'll probably try out the second one and see if it's any different at all. Maybe some changes, but if not, it's still fun. I don't know, it's just something about all the popular strategy games I just can't get into, but whenever it's something like this that no one talks about, no one plays, I'm having a good time. I don't know why it's like that. It's like I just can't enjoy what other people like. But either way, the entire Mercenary Saga trilogy is now available on Switch. Defeat your enemies in challenging turn-based combat, a game that will keep you entertained for hours. Yeah. But that one's really good if you just like strategy games and don't need anything too complicated with it, don't really need a story with it exactly. It's very basic and yeah, just very, very basic, but so fun. And I'm sure it's going to go up in price one day. It's 3 games in one. It's strategy games once people know they exist, and Switch games are no longer available. It's going to go up in price. Now here is Death Road to Canada. This used to be worth a lot, so I figured it would be good for the video because it did get a reprint, so it went down in value, but it does have the potential to go back up in value because of what it is, and it's essentially just a roguelike game with action elements, visual novel elements, all kinds of elements in it, where you're just trying to get to Canada where it's safe, and you have to fight hordes of zombies along the way and get supplies. You meet people, you meet dogs that you can recruit to, you can meet all kinds of stuff, and you can kill all the zombies and find all kinds of items. It just has so much to it, and it changes every time. The story is different. You have different dialogue options, different character options. It's never the same. So completely fresh every single time. Death Road to Canada is a randomly generated road trip simulator. You control and manage a car full of jerks as they explore cities, recruit weird people, argue with each other, and face gigantic swarms of slow zombies. Death Road is built for replay value. Everything is randomized: locations, events, survivor appearances, and personalities. There's a different story every time you play, set in a world that doesn't take itself too seriously. Up to 500 zombies can hunt you down at a time. Fight them, squirm past, or run. Use the character creator to put yourself, friends, and family in the game. Find special and rare events, weapons, and characters with strange abilities. Make tough choices in interactive fiction events. Get different options and results based on party member traits. Teach a dog how to drive a car. And you can even tell people to cool it. So if that doesn't sound enticing, I don't know what does. So, fantastic, fun game that not enough people talk about. But until next time, hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you later.